What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to the new review era. Today we'll be taking a look at this guy right here, the Axis Micro from Focuswork EDC. If you've never seen my unboxing, go back and watch that video before you watch this. It's something. It's some of my best work. It's definitely worth watching. No, but honestly, I stumbled through that and didn't know what to say at all. And there was a lot of I don't knows. Just because at first when I opened the box and saw the machine finish and felt the machine finish, I was like, I don't like this. But after considering that I ordered a machine finish copper Axis Micro, and that's exactly what I got, I can't complain. A machine finish is a machine finish. It is what it is. They're not taking it out of the machine and polishing it and buffing it and doing anything to it. It's just the machine finish. Whatever the machine gives you is what you get. So after considering that, I really couldn't fault Jordy or Focusworks for that matter for the hot spots. If I had ordered this in any other finish, I probably wouldn't have those issues. But yeah, after taking all that into consideration and putting in a little work on it that I didn't want to do really because of how much I paid for it, but being realistic about machine finishes, I put a little bit of work into it. Just took a nail file or a nail buffer and just kind of soften these edges a bit, kind of brushed the flats here. It's kind of all fingerprinted up and smudged up. It looks much better. I should have cleaned that up first. But yeah, but after spending a little time and effort, not much, probably 10 minutes max, I no longer have any issues with this. It's actually everything everybody says it was. I see why it's a grail for many people, including myself now. I had issues with it flicking like this. I couldn't do that when I first got it. Like, first 30 seconds, my finger was sore. No longer an issue. Pulling, very nice. Over here, super. Jib jab, a little tiki-taka, whatever you want to call it. It's good. One of the things that I've noticed that I've come to like, actually, is just putting my finger on the top of the ball and giving it a pull. Nothing too hard, not even necessarily a slow pull. Just kind of like right in between. I like that. And then slowing it down, the ball's rubbing on your finger. Very soft, smooth. Also another sensation that I like. So points there. We're just enjoying this. Caps, I don't know, there's something about them that makes them work, and they're very comfortable on this. I'm not the biggest fan of flat caps. I don't dislike them as much as I used to. But these have a ton of grip. Doesn't feel like this is going anywhere. I do remember actually in Hobby Timmy's video, he had issues with like a little spike in the center. And I did have the same issue on both caps actually. I didn't scratch it off like he did. I kind of just took my nail and snapped it off, and it didn't leave any marks, which was nice. I did go back and watch Average Singaporean's video as well, and his initial impressions were pretty much the same as mine. But after that, our opinions change. I definitely think this is worth it, and I definitely think that it feels more premium in hand than other spinners. I don't know if that's the weight. I don't know if that's just because of the tungsten. It just feels nice. I don't know. I'm not sorry I spent the money on it. At first I kind of was, but now I'm very happy that I have this. Easily top of the collection. One thing is, I will say these caps get dirty very easily. Like dirt and debris or whatever get in there all the time. You can see that. It's hard to pick up. But it's in there. On both sides. So, but other than that, not an issue. You really, really, really like this. High points. Let's actually take these caps off. This female cap is on there really good. Even if you take the other cap and push it out, it doesn't come out all the way. And you still... Never mind. Usually that, you still have to wiggle it out. Maybe in time it will get a little easier. And when I first saw this thing, I was like, this is so overkill. Why is that necessary? But that is oddly satisfying. I'm not sure why. Like when you get it flat and everything's flush and you give it a nice spin, that's nice. And it has a hybrid ceramic bearing with white balls. Which I've never seen before, so that's different. I don't find that it has a lot of feedback. I actually find it fairly smooth, which I like, for the spinner anyway. That's nice, I like that. It's very satisfying. I wish they had it in like a blued steel. That'd be nice. Caps back on. See what I mean? Screw, screw, screw. Satisfaction. We like. So can I recommend this for the price? If you're buying spinners at that price, I would say go buy one. It's worth having. I'm not going to tell you to go double your budget and buy a spinner that you've never bought or wouldn't plan on buying. But if you've reached that level in your spinner life where spending that much money is okay for you, then definitely go grab one. Oh yeah, I also said in the previous video that the Chakra blows this out of the water. Well, the Chakra is probably still my favorite. This is right behind it. It does not blow it out of the water. You might also be wondering why there's 2 Torque Bar clones on my table. And for those of you who don't know, everything on this table is now considered a clone. MD Engineering, the makers of Torque Bar, have received a utility patent that basically states that fidget spinners were their idea. Not just a design. Anything that has 2 or more arms with a bearing and caps is infringing on their design. So they have received a utility patent for that, and people on Facebook kind of lost their minds. Understandably so. They didn't really explain themselves. They just said, hey, look what we did. Kind of like they were rubbing it in everybody's face. I don't know. So makers were kind of left up in the air, didn't know what was happening. The community didn't know what was happening. And like I said, people lost their minds. And a couple of days after, like 2 days after, they released a statement which basically just kind of said, we don't have to explain ourselves to you. Stop complaining. Which didn't help the situation, I don't think. And people just kind of want to know what they're going to do. Are they going to go after makers and make them stop? Are they going to go after like bigger companies like Amazon and Walmart that are selling plastic spinners and like knockoffs of the torque bar? Or are they going to like make everybody pay a royalty? And for me, honestly, I don't think it matters. I don't think it's going to change one thing, except maybe the way you buy a spinner. Because if I take the caps off this and sell it without caps, is it still a spinner? If I sell it without the bearing, is it still a spinner? Or both? Like, there's just ways around that. So, I don't think people have too much to worry about. And even if they do end up paying royalties, as long as it's not more than like, I don't know, $5, $10, I don't think anybody's going to lose their mind. I think people will still buy spinners. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I feel like I'm forgetting something like always. You already know the deal. Until next time, live long and spin on. Like, sub, share. Please.